tragic convergence of gang violence and suburban warfare. The city of Spokane, Washington became the unlikely epicenter of a gang war that resulted in the tragic death of 15-year-old Preston, a suburban teenager who had been drawn into the dark allure of gang culture. This event highlighted the ever-growing influence of hip-hop culture across America, where the narrative of black-on-black violence has been transformed into a broader, more complex reality. The reality is one where white suburban neighborhoods are just as entangled in the throes of violence as the hoods and ghettos often stereotypically associated with the African American community, where spiritual warfare in hip-hop now transcends racial and geographical boundaries. Hip-hop, a genre born out of the struggles of African American communities in the Bronx, has long been associated with the harsh realities of inner-city life. It has served both as a voice for the oppressed and a mirror reflecting the systematic issues plaguing these communities. However, the narrative that hip-hop culture and its associated violence are exclusively tied to black communities is a misconception. Every hood in America, whether in the inner city or the suburbs, involves white people. Contrary to popular belief, white Americans are not only present in these environments, are also deeply influenced by the culture that permeates. The influence of hip-hop on white America is undeniable. Just as African American youth have been shaped by the messages and imagery in hip-hop, so too have white suburban teens, or white teens that go to public schools. Hip-hop has become the dominant culture force in America, reaching far beyond its original audience. It's evident in how easily white artists and audiences have embraced and been influenced by hip-hop. From country singers collaborating with rappers like Lil Baby to hip-hop beats playing on McDonald's radio, hip-hop has infiltrated nearly every aspect of pop culture, creating a shared experience that blurs racial and socio-economic lines. Preston, like many suburban teens, found himself enamored with the glamorized image of gang life that hip-hop often portrays. Tragically, this fascination turned deadly. Allegedly, Preston was sending text messages claiming that he had money on their head shortly before his death, a chilling indication of how deeply he had internalized the violent rhetoric that pervades certain aspects of hip-hop culture. In America, where access to firearms is alarmingly easy, cultural influence and readily available weaponry can have fatal consequences. The Spokane Police Department, like many law enforcement agencies across the country, was ill-equipped to prevent this tragedy. The spread of gang culture in suburban areas presents new challenges for law enforcement, who must now contend with the form of violence thought to be confined to inner cities. Preston's death is a stark reminder that the reality of gang life in places like Chicago, Jacksonville, and Los Angeles has leaked into parts of America that were once disconnected from these harsh realities. This spillover effect transforms the narrative into something far more complex than a simple black and white issue. It becomes a deadly breeding ground for war between seemingly peaceful white suburban neighborhoods. As hip-hop culture continues to evolve and expand its influence, the lines between urban and suburban, black and white, become increasingly blurred. The tragic death of Preston in Spokane serves as a grim reminder that the consequences of this culture shift are far-reaching and devastating. Kids are being forced to grow up faster than ever, losing friends at a young age, and becoming traumatized by a world that they may not fully understand. The clash of these two different worlds inside one country leads to the same tragic outcome on both sides of the spectrum. The death of Preston in Spokane is a heartbreaking example of how this culture shift can lead to tragedy, as the harsh realities of gang life seep into communities that were once thought to be immune. As hip-hop continues to dominate the cultural landscape, we must recognize the dangers of this influence and work to protect the next generation from being consumed by a culture that can be both empowering and destructive. Let me know what you guys think, man. I'm going to be going through some videos because I do want you guys to see visually, you know what I mean, how these guys were living. They were really living like that, you know what I mean? Preston, Spokane, Washington. So, I mean, you guys can, look, this was the guy, the kid who died. He was 15 years old in 2021. The killer got sentenced to life without parole. They're really living like that, though. This is the video. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Chris College. This is the video that I seen that got me informed on this, because DJ Academics hasn't covered this. You know what I mean? Adam 22 hasn't covered this. Nobody has covered this, because this is not in a place where, he's, 7 suspects. Like, look at these guys. Look at these guys, you guys. 7 suspects in Preston Lord murder case to appear in court Thursday. Because not everybody got sentenced, guys. So I'm going to save this, and I'm going to be going through this for the long form version of this content, guys. So you guys make sure to let me know in the comments what you think, because this is crazy, guys, right? So this is the video I seen too. This is how they're rapping. They're
At
rapping
Peacock,
like
scientists
it's a
have
really
discovered
big,
two things people love the most.
Actually, my speaker is disconnected, but I'm gonna let you
Friday
guys see
night
how
and
they're
football. And
rapping.
really,
It's a really big.
Don't cry me up, don't gotta hash, just know I'm known to
Angeles,
keep it
West
stitched.
Coast,
I can tell you
Bay
because he
Area,
only serve a quarter brick. If you sitting on your ass, go play this song and get some shit. Cuddy, I begin queso, I can't stop, double dip. Bitch, I'll never kick the cut, they know I'm known to take a sip. How she your bitch up on the social, but the hoe that I be with. Drop your nuts, get in the field, get you a stick and don't get killed.
Brian was I think this is the 15-year-old that actually died, because in the comments, you guys, they're saying blood lost his life in the suburbs, living better than the majority of people in the hood, guys. You know, and a lot of them are he's still getting made fun of to this day. Bruh died,
Bounce out of the bourbon, I got my mask on. 20 bands in 2 days, do the trap phone. Flying with chopper, this baby Draco is my backbone. Different breed, my name ain't nothing, you should cap on. Hey, look, I'm through these back streets. Clutching heat, running down like an athlete. Cutting a bitch, if he shooting out the backseat. And if you couldn't tag him, how he gon' tag me?
He doesn't really look like the kid that he does in this video. So, you know, he must have hopped out the porch and just got right to it, because you see he's trued up. He has his true religion. He got his BB belt. You know what I mean? So all respect and all condolences to the family. But guys, we got to stop this, guys. We got to stop this constant perpetuating death, because it used to be, oh, well, the black people kill themselves and they kill each other. Why should we XYZ? And that bigot kind of mindset. But now this is happening in, you know, the same people who were making those comments, their kids, it's happening in their neighborhood. So guys, hip-hop is the biggest thing in the world. You hear it in McDonald's, you hear it, right? It's everywhere. So I just wanted to bring this to you guys. I wanted to know what you guys think. You guys see I'm wearing my 101 Dead Culprit Club. I really want you guys to let me know in the comments, guys, what this means to you. What do you guys think about this? Because, you know, in this video they go more in depth into what was going on. But guys, from what I got, this guy was beefing with somebody along the lines in Spokane, Washington, you guys. And you see that, you know, I think these were one of the guys who were indicted, but the other kids, you know, there are other 7 kids who are involved in this, guys. They're all beefing back and forth, smoking weed, rolling up backwoods, recording themselves with guns. And, you know, I used to do very stupid things. I just put out a video where I have a gun, you know what I mean? So I do stupid shit all the time, you know what I mean? But it's just so crazy how we're perpetuating, like, this happened 2-3 years ago, 2021, and they're just now going to, guys, you don't want to go through court cases like that. You really do not want to do that. It's not fun. So it's like, on the streets it looks fun, but when the boys come, when the feds come, when you're actually committing murders, when you're really living a life of crime, guys, you don't get nothing good from it, right? The clout you get from waving switches, buttons, all that the clout you get from that is not worth sitting in prison for 20 years. I can tell you that right now. You know it's not. And you know what I mean? I'm just speaking to the kids who just, you can blow up being yourself as a rapper. I haven't done it yet. I'm working on it. But it's much better to blow up being yourself, or not make it being yourself, not be successful. But you can build it up to $4,000 a month, live off your music. You don't need to sign $1 million deal. You don't have to crash out to make it in hip-hop, guys. So this is very unfortunate, guys. I'm going to be doing a little bit more research, going a little bit more into depth on it, but I need you guys to let me know what you think in the comments, guys. RIP to Preston. You know, our condolences to the family, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, though, guys. I appreciate you. Knockstar 1, unbiased voice of the underground.